Hi guys, it's Sherry and welcome to The Eyes Have It. I know I look a little different, don't I? Well, you know, New Year's of trying new things and, you know, I just thought I would try something different. So I gave myself a little bit of a faux hawk. I'm just looking for something different to do. I have very thin, fine hair. And so, you know, I pretty much do it the same way all the time because there really isn't a lot to do with really thin, fine hair. So it's just something for fun for the video. That's all. So today I have a haul. And it is an Amazon haul, an Ulta haul, and a QVC haul. So let's start with QVC. There was only one thing, although it's multiple things in a box. This is the Laura Geller Color Enriched Lipstick Collection. I got this on QVC probably somewhere right after Cyber Monday, something like that, after the Mally eye pencil set that I got. This is my first Laura Geller purchase. And I saw this set and it looked like it had some really nice colors in it. So I'm going to show you what they are. Okay, the first one is called Cream Latte. And this is more of a light neutral. Still very pretty, but you know, toned down compared to a lot of the rest of them. There are a lot of reds in this collection and red-like tones. This one is Spiced Ginger. And I love that every tube has Love Laura etched on the side of it. I don't know if you can see that. But I thought that was a pretty cool touch. Okay, so there's Spiced Ginger. That's another relatively light shade, but still plenty of color payoff. Next is Warm Berry. I believe that's the one I'm wearing. I know it's a berry something. Warm Berry, yeah, I think that's it. Really pretty. This one here is the Warm Berry. Peach Tree. As I recall, this is very light. This is probably the lightest one of the bunch. Yeah, super, super light. It's right there. And this is Clove Red. It's a deep, dark red. This one. And this is Chili Red. This is one of the few that I had already worn since I got this. So this is the Chili Red and this is the Clove Red. So the berry, while it may not look super, super dark there, is what I'm wearing with no lip pencil or anything under it. I added some, I believe it's NYX Mega Shine, the Cosmos, on the center of my lip. But everything otherwise is the Warm Berry. Alright, so that's my QVC. Let's move on to Amazon. I got some NYX and some e.l.f. products. I have never tried a finishing spray. And I thought, you know, in the wintertime I have super dry skin and, you know, if I'm wearing a foundation it really tends to dry out. And then in the summertime I sweat like you cannot believe. I always joke that God made me with all of my sweat glands above the neck. So I thought maybe it would help. But this is the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And I haven't used this yet, but I definitely am looking forward to doing so. Let me just see if it's got a... Whew! That's a heavier spray than I expected it to be. It's not perfumey, but I'm looking forward to that. Then I also saw Emily using this, and I thought, what a perfect thing, because I go through so many Q-tips and tissues and stuff, just fixing one little thing, you know, with an eyeliner or my mascara glops or something. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Remover Pen. So it's just like a little, almost like a highlighter pen there. And you just go in and like that, and it just takes it right off. It doesn't even really feel like it has much moisture, but for sure it does take stuff off. I've you know, goofed up on my eyeliner, or like I said, mascara glops, and I've taken them right off. The only thing that bothers me is, like, it says to always wipe it off with a tissue after you use it. And the first time I wiped it off with a tissue, this is what happened. I squeezed here to wipe off with a tissue, and the whole thing came out. So, you know, but you get what you pay for. And then the last thing is and I just got this today, today, but today was the first time I used it for sure. It is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I have said before that I absolutely adore the Bare Minerals Prime Time eyelid primer. That's my favorite right now. But I thought, you know, this is like, I don't know, $2 or $3 or something. So I thought I'd give it a try. I'm not the biggest fan. I thought it was odd, number one, that it's like super big up on this end and super tiny on this end. I don't know. But anyhow, I had a little problem getting it out the first time. It's a doe foot applicator. I thought it was okay. I mean, I've only had this makeup on for probably 2 hours. And so I can't really say yet with longevity. It sort of went on a similar way as Too Faced Shadow Insurance, Prime Time, Lorax primer. Went on similarly, maybe not quite as smooth, but you know, I think that it's certainly an option for people who can't spend $20+ for a high-end eyelid primer, which I'm not really crazy about doing myself. Okay, now we're moving on to Ulta. I got a palette and a little collection that was on sale. I'll start with that. It's Bare Minerals Smoky and Sultry. It's a little kit that comes with a Marvelous Moxie lip gloss, a mascara, Flawless Definition mascara, a little eye brush, and 2 of the loose powder eyeshadows. It says an $80 value for $20. So I thought I'd pick it up. I figured, you know, the brush and the gloss, you know, be worth it, even if the other things weren't great. The Bare Minerals Flawless Definition mascara is something I actually already had. It came in another kit. And since I don't use that much mascara, it wasn't really anything I needed, but and this is a brush that I happen to like, actually, though. It is just little plastic nubbies, and it comes to a relatively fine point, finer than a lot of mascaras anyhow. Then it comes with one of the Marvelous Moxie glosses, and this one is in Temptress. This would probably actually look good with what I have on right now. So this is Temptress. Put it on here. It's not really as bold as I thought it would be. But that's a full size. The mascara is a full size. It's an eye shaping brush. And it's an interesting brush because it's not like anything I already have, which is a good thing. It's like a wedge shape. It's really, really thick and very soft. Okay, let's get to these loose powder eyeshadows. But I believe this color is Sultry, yes. This would be a nice highlighting powder. This is really pretty. I don't know if you can see that. It is really pretty. It is a really pale gold highlighter powder. Very pretty. I mean, not necessarily that it is intended as a highlighter, but that it could be used as a highlighter. Could also be used for inner eye. So that one's very pale, but has a lot of sheen. This one is not pale. This one is called Cherry Cocoa Truffle. Yeah, that is definitely a dark color. Okay, so there's the cherry truffle, cocoa truffle, cherry cocoa truffle, whatever. It is have to say, I mean, it just looks like black or gray on my fingertip. On my skin, wow. There's a little bit of a black cherry tone to it, but really, and a good bit of glitter up close. But it really is strange color. It's sort of a muddled, I don't know, between a purple and a gray and a black. The glitter appears to be sort of burgundy. I'll put this up a little closer. See if you can see it. I'm not seeing the glitter on the screen, so I don't know if you can see it or not. So that's that kit. And then the last thing, something I'm pretty excited about, is my very first purchase from IT Cosmetics. It is the Naturally Pretty Volume 1 Matte Luxe Transforming Eyeshadow Palette. And what I really like about it, once I get it out of the box to show you, you know, I have Meet Matte Nude, I have a couple of different ones that are matte, but most of the ones that I have that are matte are just basic nudes, and I was missing some, you know, some other colors, blues, purples, whatever the case may be. So I decided to get this. Comes in this really pretty, sort of a light mauve, padded, I'm getting this dark powder all over it, this light mauve padded case. Very, very pretty. So here we go. We got 2 rows of colors. I'm not going to swatch them all today, but what I will tell you about them is that they are all matte except for this one called Transforming Pearl right here. The idea is they're all matte. If you want them to be otherwise shimmery or whatever, then you can just use this pearl in with the shadow and then make it something that's a little shimmerier. I got it because it is matte, and what I love is that you have a lot of nice lights and neutrals, but then you have dark colors, dark purple and blue and gray and brown, and there's even a nice little copper in here. So I think that it will be a really nice palette. It does come with a mirror. I think it will be a really nice palette to go along with my Meet Matte Nude, because I can get the basics, the neutrals out of the Meet Matte Nude, and then when I want to go in for something a little more colorful, which I tend to do, then I can go into the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty and get a blue, a brown, you know, a purple, whatever the case may be. It's not a humongous range of colors, but it is nice. It is a nice range. It's a little confusing to open, I gotta say, because it doesn't just open like this, as most do. You have to go down and open this magnetic lip right here, and then open. So it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shades in it. They are nice and silky. They're supposed to have some sort of anti-aging property to them, so that they actually are supposed to be better for older skin. And also it says that they can be worn wet or dry as shadows or liners. They can be used alone or mixed together to transform any matte shadow into a gorgeous shimmery pearl shade. So I thought that was an interesting concept. I didn't know, I didn't know there was such a thing as eyeshadow that was specifically formulated for anti-aging. God knows there's lots of powders and liquids and moisturizers and creams that are for that, but I really didn't realize until I saw this palette reviewed on YouTube that there was an eyeshadow formulation that actually had an anti-aging property. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really excited about an all matte palette that has color in it and that has a range of color from very pale to mid-range to very, very dark. So I think it's going to be a really useful palette. All right, that is all. I hope you have or had a very happy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I hope that this year is full of promise for all of us, and health and happiness. And I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate every click, every like, every comment, and certainly every subscribe. I'm not here just to get numbers, but I do love them, like everybody does, of course. I really love helping people, and I love bringing information to people. I've been an Amazon reviewer for 15, it's coming up on 16 years, and one of the things I really love is just to be able to bring information to people and help them with their decision whether to buy or not buy something. So that's all for my end of year haul, and I will see you next time. Bye.